I might demonstrate before you try this out. So most important thing, try and find, I know it's a little bit rocky here, so try and find a flat surface underneath the balancing foot here. So when you shift the weight onto the balancing leg, bend the other, and then placing this foot into the loop at the back. So we're bending that, placing the loop here into the foot, then bringing the strap behind you and overhead like this, okay? So like you're pulling. And then using both arms here, so bringing those elbows forward and up towards the sky. And from here you start to kick the foot. And while you're kicking the foot, walk the hands back. So using that strap to really get that nice back bend. Okay, so you can kick the foot, that's how you get more intensity in this pose. We'll take a few deep breaths here before releasing the leg and shaking out, okay? So just creating that little loop first of the strap, so making sure it's a nice little circle there. Yeah, that might be good. So again, try and find that surface here where you feel you can balance. We start with the lateral side. Okay, so start by shifting your weight onto your left leg and then bending that right leg, and behind you, you're just going to place that foot into the loop, okay? So feeling that support here, and then bringing the strap up behind you. Beautiful, yes, that's right. And then making sure your elbows are pointing forward and up towards the sky. Bring that other hand as well to the strap and start to pull. And then start to kick the foot back and try and get the leg parallel with the mat at the back. Trying to bring your elbows forward. Really bring this. Try and walk your hands back a little bit more on the strap there. Get a nice back bend. Okay, so when you find your focus point, try and face forward with the eyes. Looking forward at a point. Try and find the back there. Deep breath. In and out through the nose. Nice and balance. Try and straighten out that left leg a little bit more. And then releasing the leg through the mat. That's great, guys. Shake it out a little bit. Preparing for the right hand side, okay? Again, maybe trying to find that space first for the foot. Shifting the weight to the right hand side this time. Using the same loop, but now bending the left side, okay? So just placing that foot into the loop again for support. Bringing the strap up behind you. That's great, yes. It's on top of the foot there. That's great. So if you're trying to straighten out the leg, walking the hands back on the strap. Great. Really nice back bend there. Try and get that knee up to the sky. And start to pull, okay? So bring the elbows a little bit forward in front of you and up towards the sky. Really nice there. Take a few deep breaths. Try and find your focus point. Two more deep breaths. Doesn't matter if you fall. Try and straighten out that balancing leg. Bring the knee up towards the ceiling. One more deep breath before releasing the leg all the way down to the mat. Great balance there, okay? So shake it out. Just leave the strap to the side for now. Next we're going to come into a cow pose. Okay, so there's a little bit of arm balancing here. So what we do, we use the same strap actually. We use the same loop, but now making the loop a little bit wider, okay? So using your shoulders as a measure for the strap. So we're going to bring in the arms through the loop and placing that loop on the upper arms. So you have a better strap than I do, so that means when you extend the arms outwards, you can't really get the loop bigger, so it keeps you from getting too wide out with your arms there. So you might want yours a little bit tighter. There we go, perfect. That's great, okay? So using your blocks here, you're going to place it in the middle of your mat. So just placing that onto the mat behind you. Great. So in this crow pose, we're actually going to use, you're going to sit with the feet onto the block here, okay? So if you squat down and place your feet onto the block. You're squatting down on the block and then placing your hands flat out in front of you, okay? So really spreading the fingers out. Make sure your palms are on the mat there. Great. Okay, so on the arm balance here, we're going to bend those arms slightly. Try and get those knees onto the upper arms for support. Okay? So that means toes there, lifting the heels up. And then look just slightly in front of you, okay? So not straight down. Try and get the balance right. Play around with this a little bit. So you might just lift one foot after the other, or both, okay? So again, looking just a little bit in front of you there. So play around with the balance a little bit. That's great, Joachim. Great.
Very good.
Very good. So
First
it's a little bit of a practice, okay? But great arm balancing pose there. And the block really helps you to come up with your knees up to your arms, okay? Great. Come up again. Try that pose one more time. So just again, using the strength from the fingers and hands here. And what I might do for you, is just bring a pillow underneath your head. So that might make you feel a little bit more secure in this pose, okay?
No helmet.
No helmet this time. Okay, again, trying to get that balance right. Getting up on one tippy toe after the other. Nice balance and focus there. So you can play around with this pose for a little bit. Great. Beautiful. Okay, great. So I'll remove that for you. Just remove this half. And just shaking out the arms a little bit here, okay? Come down onto our backs for this pose. So on the inhale, just bringing the arms out and up again. Fingers towards the sky, and on the exhale, folding forward, dropping down to the floor with that. On the inhale, coming up half lift again on your fingertips, bringing the hands to the chins here. And on the exhale, stepping all the way down. We're in a plank pose here. And on the exhale, either putting your knees down here, coming all the way down, chaturanga to the ground. Okay, here, flipping over onto your backs here. Going to come into a bridge pose here, okay? So we'll start with a simple bridge. So just coming all the way down here, keeping your knees bent. I want your feet to be about hip width apart. See if you can touch your fingertips to your heels here. What I might do actually is trying to bring a block in between your thighs. So just making sure you squeeze that so the knees are together in this place. We'll start with a simple bridge to start with. Okay, great. And then bringing, on the inhale, bringing your hips up towards the sky. So lifting your hips to the sky, there you go, all the way up. You can interlace your fingers under you. So just interlacing your fingers underneath the sitting bones. Just like that. So you're really pushing the hips up towards the sky in this pose. And pushing up here. Trying to get those hips a little bit further up. Beautiful, great. And nice there. Just bringing your feet a little bit together there. Pushing into the block. Great. Take another 2 deep breaths here. Trying to push those hips further up. Enjoying the sunshine in your face here. And on the next inhale, take a deep breath. And exhale, releasing the hips, releasing the fingers, coming all the way down to the mat. Great. You can remove the block. We're going to come into a full bridge now. Those of you who are comfortable doing a bridge, you can come into it. So it just means bringing your palms to the side of your shoulders here and bringing those elbows up to the sky and then pushing out. You reckon I might use a little bit of support for you here at the wall. Great there. So just trying to extend those legs a little bit more, trying to push the wall behind you. Great, beautiful here. Just let me know when you need to come down. And then tuck your chin in. Yeah, tuck your chin in. So just releasing slowly down. Really great there. You can try another bridge or just a nice simple one while I help you come over here. So just bring your mat to this little modified wall here. You're going to actually borrow your block. And for this one, might try and get, so if you just watch me here, I'm putting the blocks just shoulder width apart here. Let's get a little bit of support. So that's nice and stable. So when you're coming down, you're bringing your palms to these blocks behind you. So instead of coming all the way down, down here, you're using those blocks for support at the back. And bring your feet in a little more. Just like that. And then making sure your elbows are still shoulder width apart. You're going to push up first to the top of your head. So pushing up all the way, beautiful there. And then fully extend out all the way up. So try and extend your legs a little bit more. So kissing the wall, okay? So bringing those arms a little bit more. That's beautiful. Okay, great. And when you're ready, just tuck in the chin, save your head. So coming all the way down again. Beautiful. And releasing the hips down. That's great. It's a good first try, Joachim. That's really great. I'll release the blocks for you here so you can move your... You can bring your mat forward here a little bit. Oh, just to get a nice stretch here, we can bring the knees and hug the knees to the chest here. Just hugging the knees, maybe moving your body to the side here, making a few circles to the lower back, so really massaging it out here. And when you're ready, releasing those legs down towards the mat again. Going to do a nice forward bend here. So Sophie, if you'd like to turn around so your head is where Joachim's head is. You're going to use the straps for this forward bend. So if you come up and you take the strap, we're not going to use the grip this time. We're actually just going to use the strap. So using both hands on the ends of the strap here. So first making sure your legs are straight. So you're going to move back. And then making sure your sit bones are really into the mat here. So you might use and then flexing the feet and getting straight legs there. Great, so you're just allowing your pelvis to come up a little bit. So again, using your strap, you're going to place that strap middle of your feet here, so just in the soles of your feet. So flexing the feet here. Maybe you can, yes, come a little bit out with your hands here. You're going to really open up the chest, and before walking the hands a little bit closer to your feet here. So you're still using that open chest here, and on the exhale, allow that to take you a little bit forward to the hands here. Great. Just feeling that nice stretch here and the back of the leg, glutes. And allowing the exhale to really get your navel towards your thighs here. So that's kind of our striving here, just trying to get those thighs and your stomach close together. Opening up and pressing down. Take a few more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, just releasing, inhaling up. And removing that strap slightly. And then come into a nice shoulder stand. So if you want to remove that support that's in the back here. So I'll show you first what a full shoulder stand looks like. So you might be ready for it. So what we're going to do here is bringing those knees up and getting the support from your hands here on your lower back and elbows. Pointing the toes up towards the sky. See where I'm tucking my chin in there and trying to tuck in that tailbone. Okay? So you might try and come into a full shoulder stand. I'll do a modified version for you, Joachim. So if you're coming back down, we're going to place this block. So if you just come onto that bridge pose again when you lift it all the way down and lift your hips up. And use this block. Now you don't need to come into a bridge here. So just lifting that. Place that block here. I want you to feel that the block is stable underneath before coming into this position, okay? So when you're ready, just play around a little bit. So bending the knees up and bringing the feet up towards the sky. So really nice here. You may want to stay in this position here.